I was intimate with that person. After being intimate, I would feel like an uncomfortable burning sensation every time I had to go pee. That person started having like their skin kind of peel off the way that your skin peels off after like you get tan or whatever and the skin peels off. Like they started having that situation happen down there on their pee-pee. And they thought that I had given them something, and I was like, honey, I've been single for 4 years before I met you. I haven't been doing nothing, and plus I've been, gotten checked a long time ago. I've been inactive since then, and I've only been active with you. It's not me.
Immediately when I enter his car, I realize this is the worst idea I've ever had. Like, that feeling in your stomach when you feel like you're just gonna like shit your pants? That's how I felt, and I was determined to will it away. I was like, nope, this isn't happening. I'm just gonna like put myself in a mental state to make this go away. As soon as we got there though, nope, the feeling returned, and we are 30 minutes out of town and not a bathroom in sight. I'm panicking now. So again, I'm not eating anything, I'm not drinking anything, I'm not really saying anything, and he notices and he's like, are you good? And I'm like,
I consulted with my psychic business mentor at the time. My psychic business mentor told me that I was having like an allergic reaction to their semen.
It's a physical sign that he is not in alignment with you. And when you understand that every sickness, illness, and ailment first starts out on an energetic and emotional level and then manifests physically, then this makes sense. Our body is always speaking to us.
Ladies, and maybe men, your body will seriously tell you when the person that you're being intimate with is really not the one for you. Your job is to notice those signs, not brush it off, and not continue to find excuses to stay with that person who is clearly not in alignment. I got a story, right? In my last relationship, that was like the most toxic, unhealthy relationship I have ever been in. I was intimate with that person. After being intimate, I would feel like an uncomfortable burning sensation every time I had to go pee. That person started having like their skin kind of peel off the way that your skin peels off after like you get tan or whatever and the skin peels off. Like they started having that situation happen down there on their pee-pee. And they thought that I had given them something, and I was like, honey, I've been single for 4 years before I met you. I haven't been doing nothing, and plus I've been, gotten checked a long time ago. I've been inactive since then, and I've only been active with you. It's not me, honey. I was like, but you can go ahead and get checked because I know it ain't me. And I was kind of a little bit worried, but not about me, about how is this even happening. They went and got checked. The doctor told them it was nothing. I don't remember what it was anymore, but it was nothing serious, like no sexual transmitted disease, nothing. I consulted with my psychic business mentor at the time. My psychic business mentor told me that I was having like an allergic reaction to their semen. Why am I telling you all of this? First of all, honey, I'm a Scorpio moon. I'm very reserved. I'm very proud.
So this is the second person talking about this reaction to their semen. Like I said, this is my first time ever hearing this. So is there anyone who has had this kind of experience? Please share your experience in the comment section so we all can learn from this, because this is so new to me.
Private. I don't be sharing my deep, personal, intimate things with just anyone, but I'm sharing this with you because it serves a purpose. I feel like it serves the greater good. It's gonna help those of you who need to hear it today. This stuff, these symptoms started showing up within the first 2 months of my relationship with this person. My body was clearly trying to tell me, get away from this person. They're not a match. They're not compatible. But because of my own unconscious wounding and all my other crap and letting myself get manipulated and all this other crap, I stayed in that relationship for another 4 months. It wreaked havoc on my life and business. Your body is connected to your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind can sense that something is off with this person, and it'll manifest in some kind of physical form to let you know. If you notice a pattern every time you're intimate with your partner, anytime you're around them, that you just feel bad, low energy, etc., that's a message.
Something I wish I knew when I first started dating was that your body will give you signs that the person you're with is not right for you before your brain does. Every time I've been with someone that's not right for me, which I'm gonna be so transparent, that's been every time, my body has always given me a sign that I didn't notice or didn't pay attention to at first. I cannot believe I'm gonna share this on TikTok. I swore I was gonna take this to the grave, but for the sake of making a point, I feel like I have to share this. So a couple years ago, I started seeing this guy, and every time we were together, my stomach would be a war zone, okay? Now, if you know me, you're probably thinking, that's not weird for you. You have stomach issues, like your stomach hurts all the time. This was different though. Like every time we'd be together, I would be like, I'm sorry, I have to leave because I'm gonna go myself. Every time I was around this guy, I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, I couldn't even swallow, frankly, because it would just go straight through me. It got to the point where it was so bad that I felt like we couldn't hang out anywhere where there wasn't a bathroom immediately available to me. That's not normal. So this one particular date we went on, oh God, for some reason I thought it was a good idea to go like 30 minutes out of town to like have a little picnic with the sunset, okay? Sounds like cute in theory, right? So all day before this date, I feel great. I feel amazing, actually. And then an hour before the date, when he's like, I'm coming to pick you up in an hour, it starts brewing. Something's brewing. Immediately when I enter his car, I realize this is the worst idea I've ever had. Like, you know that feeling in your stomach when you feel like you're just gonna like shit your pants? That's how I felt, and I was determined to will it away. I was like, nope, this isn't happening. I'm just gonna like put myself in a mental state to make this go away. As soon as we got there though, nope, the feeling returned, and we are 30 minutes out of town and not a bathroom in sight. I'm panicking now. So again, I'm not eating anything, I'm not drinking anything, I'm not really saying anything, and he notices and he's like, are you good? And I'm like,
Can we attribute this to anxiety? Because I know that in the beginning of the relationship, if it's like the first date and you've been chatting and all that, when you meet this guy, you're always like so overly excited with the guy, and you have that like butterflies in your stomach and all that. But I don't know if this is true, that with this your body is telling you that this is not the right guy for you, because sometimes it's also about being so excited, and maybe after the first intimacy then everything comes back to normal.
honestly, no, I don't feel good. Can we go home? We're packing up and he's taking his sweet time to get the blanket all folded up in the car, blah, 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 put the speaker away. Here I am by the door, clutching my stomach for dear life. And I'm like standing hunched over, like whining about my stomach, like borderline crying. Mind you, we are 30 minutes out of town. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. Like genuinely, I was afraid. So we're driving back. He's driving. He's not driving fast enough. I'm like sitting there not speaking. I'm looking straight ahead. I'm seeing white at this point. Like my stomach feels like it's full of hot lava. It's not good. It's not looking good. And if you're wondering, why didn't you ask him to pull over? Why didn't you ask him to stop at a gas station? I couldn't tell you. I don't know why I didn't ask him to. I guess I was like embarrassed, but like, girl, what's more embarrassing? Asking him to pull off to a gas station or shitting your pants in his car? I don't pretend to understand the thought processes I had when I was like 20. Like that wasn't me, I wasn't her. Anyway, by some miracle of God, we make it to my house unscathed. And I'm just like, I'll be right back. So I go to my bathroom and I'm sitting there, I'm in my bathroom probably 30 minutes and I text him, I'm like, hey, you should probably leave. Like this, I'm gonna be here for a while. So during the time this is happening, I'm also experiencing jaw pain when I wake up. Like every morning, my back teeth and my jaw hurt so bad that I can't even open my mouth for like 30 minutes in the morning. But again, I don't think that any of these things are connected to the guy that I'm seeing. So eventually we realize, yeah, this isn't working out, and we stop seeing each other. I stop having those severe stomach episodes like immediately, and the jaw pain gone in a week. That's finally when I realized my body was literally rejecting that man, and I just didn't put two and two together. The same thing happened with the different guy I was seeing. It wasn't stomach pain, but every time we hung out, I would come home with the most intense migraine of my life. The first time it happened, I kind of chalked it up to coincidence. I was like, okay, it's probably like the new perfume I'm wearing, or I didn't sleep enough, or I don't know, I drank too much coffee or something, I don't know. But then it would happen every single time. I would be fine all day, we'd hang out, I'd come home with a headache. It happened every single time. We stopped seeing each other. And what do you know? Headaches stopped too. So basically what I'm saying is listen to your body. Your body knows when something isn't right for you, and it will try to tell you, and you have to listen to it. And that's not to say that you're never gonna be nervous or like feel sweaty or like have butterflies when you first start seeing someone, but it should not be making you.
Okay, so this answers my question. Like when you start seeing someone, you always have butterflies in your stomach. But I think what she's saying is like, it's so intense that it's like every time you meet this person, you have that feeling, and it's not right. Like it's not healthy for you to feel that way. And the fact that they had to put an end to the relationship was the best decision ever. But I also love to hear from the guys, like what the guys also think about this. If their bodies also tell them when the girl is not the right person for them, when their body shows them, talks to them, gives them signs to show that it's rejecting the girl or, rejecting her. I would love to get that aspect of this whole discussion, because it will substantiate the discussion, because now it's just one way, girls talking about how their bodies will react. Their bodies are going to give them signs and talk to them, tell them when someone is not the right person for them, and their bodies will reject these people instantly. I would love to get the male perspective on this. Guys, if you're watching, please feel free to continue the conversation in the comment section. Like, tell us if this is how you also feel when you meet a girl who is not the right person for you. Does your body reject them? And what are the symptoms? What are the signs that that your body gives you, or your body talks to you about, when it's rejecting someone, when it's rejecting her?
You physically ill. Listen to your body.
Who you are intimate with is also extremely, extremely important.
I have a theory. Some of you aren't gonna like this, but I genuinely don't give a fuck. I don't think your soulmate would be thrown off your pH. I don't think your soulmate would be giving you yeast infections. I don't think your soulmate would be making you all funky down there. You don't need the douches and the washes. You need to throw the man away. It's clearly the wrong man. Maybe.
Good point. I mean, oh my God. So spot on. Someone who is the right person for you wouldn't be giving you his infections, UTIs, sexually transmitted diseases. I mean, they will be so careful. They'll respect you, they'll value you, and they'll make sure they don't infect you, like they don't sleep with other people. They'll be exclusive to you, exclusive. So girls, like she said, if it's not exclusive, if you're having reactions, if you're having UTIs, if you're having BVs, girl, it's time for you to throw that man away. Throw him away. You don't have to be with that kind of a man. But you can say this for as long as you want to say. But there's so many females who are with people that give them UTIs every month, every 2 weeks. They are treating themselves and still being with these people, with these guys.
it's a physical sign that he is not in alignment with you. And when you understand that every sickness, illness, and ailment first starts out on an energetic and emotional level and then manifests physically, then this makes sense. Our body is always speaking to us, and maybe you're...
Is she right that every sickness starts from an emotional level before being physical? Is she right? Wow. This is a good perspective. This is a good perspective on this, you know. It makes sense. It makes sense.